Okay. Were you talking or did you finish your idea? I didn't
Uh,
hear.
yes, I already finished my idea about why the people I indicated should be prioritized during the vaccination period.
Okay. And so let's talk a bit about this community because this is a community of people who are together and do something together. I think every day, right, Cynthia? You guys get together every day or just on Fridays? Maybe Gerardo, you can answer. You guys get together every day, right? From Monday to Friday, the microbiology club.
Oh, yes.
But I also read a bit about how even though we are connecting socially and we are having time as a community together to plan activities, we might not get as much time to know each other as we do when we're physically in a club. Because usually when you are physically in a club, you can go like off to one side of the room and talk with somebody. Hey, how are you? What are you doing? What have you been doing? So I wanted to get to talk with you guys. I wanted you all to talk with each other today. So why don't we all have a conversation or something about how you guys have been during COVID. And maybe we could start sharing a bit about something that impacted us or something that helped us during COVID.
Liz, can you hear me?
Yeah, I would like to get to know
I
you a little bit better so we can. Uh-huh.
I didn't hear you.
Cindy.
Had a bad connection, maybe.
Okay. Uh,
Oh,
okay. I was wondering if you could share something about you. Share something about how you have been during COVID, something that has helped you and might help all of us.
okay. About me or my experience in the
Something that has
hospital.
helped you or happened to you that no one here knows about, that David doesn't know, Diego doesn't know, and it has helped you.
How
Mhm.
okay. About the vaccine. Yes. Uh,
About COVID in general, about the pandemic. How have you been? Have you felt sad? And how did you cope? What did you do to feel happy again or better?
when you okay, I'm maybe the activity most important for me, and that's how that it feel it feels me happy is the dance and is like other activities, maybe read books and when I have other bad situations. I try go to walk in park, and it's all. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Cynthia. How about we try with Marla? Marla Ruales?
Yeah. Okay, in this pandemic, yeah, I really felt sad because with my family, we usually to be with my grandma. So in this time, we have um, to take distance, and she had to be in her house, and we didn't see her for a long time. So that was really sad for us because we are very close with her, and that's a point a very sad point of me in this pandemic. But I wanted to 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 be or feel that it's not all bad in this pandemic by painting or drawing. That I like, and that's how I get my mind busy. Yeah.
Thanks, Marla. So she paints and draws. That's awesome. She can draw something maybe for her grandma, so you can feel close to her, and she can feel close to you. So maybe. How about
Yeah.
Zeke? Zeke, ZIIQS 25.
21. Well, I used to run, I used to swim, and I used to go hang out with friends a lot. So when the pandemic was here, it was shocking, absolutely shocking, because we have to stay at home. At the same time, it was good because I stayed at home. It was so good. Even though I used to go out a lot, it was good to stay at home in this moment. And I was with my family, which was awesome. And a coworker, she invited me to do some yoga, and I couldn't believe that yoga was something, because I used to run and swim, and I thought yoga, okay, yeah, it could be. I have no idea. I have no experience about yoga at all. And at the beginning, it was kind of different, but after a while, it was so good because it's something different, absolutely different. But my coworker has something like a club for yoga, and we have a lot of people over there, and we have something like a meeting, a reunion, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 5 to 6. And we are like, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 people connected by Zoom and doing yoga together. That was almost like, because I used to run with a club as well, lots of people, and we have conversations and coffees, everything. And at that time, it was good having yoga with a group of people, and we talk about the pandemic. We do some meditations for sickness and sick people, and for health and healing. We have done a lot of things, good things. So it makes me happy. And yeah, I like it very much. And after a while, I started walking again, which is good because after many months, now we know that it's safe to be outside if you are by yourself or just a few people. Fresh air is the best. So that's what I have done. Very good. Thank you.
Congrats, Zeke, on finding something that you like to do. Why don't why doesn't David Herrera, did you share? David Herrera share with us what
Yeah,
he has done?
yeah. Hi, how are you? Um, During this pandemic and lockdown, obviously, I have to try to do a lot of sports, or maybe read, watch movies, series, and share more with my family. Yeah, but however, my sleep hours, yeah, my sleep schedule could be has been affected. So, but I try to normalize right now this. Yeah, it's so.
That's great. You've discovered that you have a problem, and that's the first step to finding any solution. So I wish you luck with that. And if you want, you could try some of Zeke's. Uh, what Zeke said, maybe yoga, maybe meditation can help you, or the physical activities that you do, sports, so you can feel tired and go to sleep like a baby. And
Yeah, thank you.
what about Diego? Would you like to share with us what you do?
Okay. Well, when the pandemic started, I was working, but I would say after 2 weeks I got sick. I got the COVID. Then I spent like a month trying to recover myself. I didn't have much problems because I think since I've been doing exercises almost all my life, I got strong antibodies. So I was able to recover myself after 1 month. Then, since the COVID, I wasn't afraid of going out. And during summer, I spent a lot of time outside, uh, recovering from the COVID, doing exercises. So it was really good. I found that my lungs recovered entirely. I didn't have any side effect, so that was really good. Well, actually, I also took an RX to check uh, physically if I had any trouble in the lungs. So since I didn't have anything, it was really good. After that, I don't know. I've been working a lot, spending the weekends with some friends playing soccer, which is something I really like. Now, these last 2 or 3 weeks, I changed. I got a new job, so I've been really busy trying to adapt to this new job and also having extra work. So I've been mostly working almost all the time. But hopefully, after this month, I think I may be able to um, get some time to practice game sports, which I think is one important part of my life. That's that's how I've been trying to manage these difficult situations about being isolated. I would say it's not a big issue right now because well I've I've been working from home, so it got it had these advantages. It reduced my time spending for transportation, which is really good. I'm saving about 2 hours a day, so this is really helpful, and it helps me to sleep more time. So it also helps me a lot. So summarizing, I think it's been really good beside this difficult situation about COVID and the pandemic around the world. Yeah, I've been managing pretty well, I think.
Yeah, so I think you're doing a great job appreciating everything that's in your life right now, everything you've gone through. And I don't know if everybody noticed Diego has gone through some rough times, but in spite of that, he is being very optimistic. He's being tearful. He's being grateful for the little things, like being able to sleep a couple more hours. And it is shown that by being grateful, you can feel happier. So maybe it's something, he's an example for his attitude is an example for what we can do with our lives too if we appreciate the little things that we didn't have before now. I think
Please wait one moment and add a problem her connection. But he will start. He'll will continue. She will continue in a few minutes.
sorry everyone, I'm back. I had a problem with my internet connection. I was could you repeat that please, Cynthia? I couldn't hear.
I can't see you. Your camera is turned.
Oh, right. Okay. There.
Thank you, Liz. Okay, we can start with the question if someone has any question, maybe.
Hello, Liz. I have a question. First of all, thanks for your speaking today. It was pretty interesting, and I see you have a wide knowledge about the pandemic situation, and you gave us great insight of what's going on, and thanks for that. Well, my question is, would you recommend to exercise at home, or is it okay to go outside, maybe do some sports or the combination of both?
For kids?
I mean, for exercising, if it's better to exercise at home or do sports outside.
Oh, well, I think it's good to do sports outside, but when there are not a lot of people around and when you see that it's a safe environment, because as I think Diego said that he likes to run, or someone said that it is fun to go outside and look at nature, and it's not just healthy for your body, but also for your mind, because you feel good being in a different environment. But it is also positive. I think it's positive. This is my personal opinion, to also try to establish a routine now that we have the chance to be home and we have a TV. So maybe we can try some new exercises or things that we haven't done before, and just do it, and to not think a lot about it, just do it and have fun. So I think whatever works for you, if it's outside exercise that makes you feel good and gets you motivated, do it, but in a setting where there are not a lot of people and you are in a controlled and safe environment. And if you like doing exercise at home, maybe you could motivate your family, say, let's all go out and jog. Let's go, I don't know, to the park. Today it's a sunny day. Or maybe before everyone gets up, like try yoga, like Zia, what was her name?
Yeah, I heard
Like
story.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
So it's a nice place to discover more about yourself. And mhm.
Yeah, thanks for the suggestion. I appreciate it.
Thanks, you too, Gerardo, for your words. Would anybody else like to ask a question?
What's your personal opinion about um, the Russian vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine? And I heard in Ecuador they are trying to import a vaccine from China. I don't know what's the brand, but what's your opinion about these vaccines and how the sanitation ministry is handling the process to distribute the vaccine around the country?
Hmm. Well, first of all, I think that all of the production of vaccines and distribution has to be thought out, has to be planned very carefully. And even when we have everything planned out, there are a lot of things that could affect what we planned initially, and a lot of things could be different to what we planned. But about the vaccines and all the different types of vaccines, I think as long as they passed phase 3 of investigation and trials, that they should be regarded with the same effectiveness. So we shouldn't be comparing, let's say, I don't remember the exact percentages, but let's say Sputnik has a 91% chance of effectivity, and Pfizer has, I think, 94 or 93. So Pfizer, I want the Pfizer one. I'm not going to take the Sputnik one. That's like a negative thing to do, because once every vaccine has passed their trial, if it's effective, then you should take it. And if it's past phase 3, it means that it's gone through the eyes of the scientific community. It has now approbation in order to be distributed. And you shouldn't be looking too much at the numbers, even because they are all effective. Just there's a little bit of variation in the percentage. We also don't know right now if the vaccines will also reduce transmission, because we know that they will stop you from getting the disease, but we don't know yet if it'll stop you from transmitting the disease to different person. So there still needs to be some investigations on that. But if it helps you to not get the disease and it's effective, then I think you shouldn't doubt about it. If you look at all the phases that it went through, then I think you can study that more or learn about that more so you can feel confident about what you're taking. But don't listen to news sources that give you a lot of negativity and say this one has more effectiveness or this one is better, because it can make you feel like you are not getting the right vaccine when they are all already good for human for human vaccination. Mhm.
Well, my question was more related to the way they created vaccine. I read the, for example, the Pfizer, it's not using the DNA of the virus. They're using the RNA of the virus. I think the Sputnik was doing something similar, it was not the same. So my question was related to that part. Since you are
Oh,
a
okay.
medical student, I
Mhm.
think you know more about that.
Mhm. Well, before, like back when we didn't have, for example, the tuberculosis vaccine, that one was made by taking the agent that was responsible for causing tuberculosis. So they took the agent and they weakened it. They made it more weak, and by injecting us the vaccine, by vaccinating us, that agent that is weak, our body has like a war with that agent. So it says, well, it's not literally like this, but it's like, I'm not gonna let you take control of the body. Don't replicate, whatever. And since the bacteria is weak, then it it's like it doesn't win the fight, and your body wins the war. But now we have new technology, so now scientists are not thinking about injecting that weak type of bacteria or virus, but they are thinking of creating um, like a memory of the virus in your body without having to inject the virus, or you coming into contact with the virus. So I think it's great that we finally start using different ways to different technologies for vaccines, and that we have the chance to keep advancing in the science field. Mm, and so yeah, I think it's safe. It's been studied. It's been used for other types of illnesses, but not in vaccines yet. A lot from the knowledge I have. So I think it's great that we can like relate that field to the new technology with what we are facing right now. Did that answer your question, Diego? I can't hear.
Yes, that answered my question. Basically, what they are doing right now, it's not a new technology. It's something you've been using for other areas, but now they are trying with viruses and see if it can work. Right? That's what I heard. That's what I understood.
Yeah, they have used that in medicine, but for other types of illnesses. But now it's been working and it's working great. It's like they don't have to inject the virus, and there are a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways that vaccines work. So this is one of the newer technologies. but it works. It works.
Thank you. That really answered my question. That was something I was curious about. Yeah, thank you.
I could send Cynthia some resources if you're interested, so you could read more about that. Because
Sure.
I don't know if you guys heard, because there was a rumor that the vaccine will cause you infertility, and you can't have kids if you have infertility. So there was that rumor going on. And I started reading about how the vaccine worked because of that, and you'll find out that it has nothing to do, that it won't leave you like there's nothing about it that will leave you infertile. So if you start reading about those studies, so it is interesting. It's just a confusion among people who don't learn about how they work very well.
Great, sure. If you have something I can read, well, my expertise is not by microbiology since I'm an engineer in a different area. But yeah, if I can read something and learn about it, it would be great to take a little bit of time to read.
Great then. Does somebody else have a different question?
Yes, I have a question. Please, could you give us your opinion or advice about of face, I don't know, for the daily use? Okay, what brand? I don't know, or what kind? Please.
Okay. Um, do you live in Ecuador, David? I just want to know
Yes,
a bit more
yes,
about
in
you.
Ecuador.
Okay. Well, you should always use a mask because it's protecting you from getting like these microparticles that we can't see. And right now with the new COVID-19, I forgot this word. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can help me. The new variant. There's a new variant. The name just slipped my name. So this one is more contagious than the last one. So you should definitely wear a mask. And well, there are a lot of other bacteria too, right? That we have never talked about because they haven't had this impact in our daily activity. Like we've heard of tuberculosis and we've heard of, I don't know, well, some other contagious diseases, but we've never treated them very seriously. So so it's interesting how this is modifying the way that we think about all the places we visit and the things we do. So you should wear a mask because right now we are not immune, like we don't have group herd. I mean herd immunity. Herd immunity is when most of the population has the treatment or has the cure or something like that, has antibodies against the vaccine. I mean against COVID, so you don't get it anymore because the risk is very low of you getting it. Um, so you should wear it because we are in a dangerous situation right now. And even though you might not get a severe disease or a severe illness after getting COVID, maybe your parents, maybe your grandparents, maybe a friend of yours who has diabetes, or I don't know if you have children, they can be as as they as the other as Diego said, they can be more weak and more prone to getting severe illnesses from COVID. So it's not a way just to take care of myself. It's in this situation we have to learn that it doesn't matter what race we are, it doesn't matter what gender we are, and what matters is that we're all human and we're all connected, but we're all together in this. So have to take care of myself, and by taking care of myself, I'm taking care of you. We should think a lot about being caring for other people during this time. Mhm. Does that solve your question, David? Or do you have another question?
No, thank you. So,
Does someone else have a question, maybe?
Okay, Liz, I want to say you thank you for your time, for your great presentation, for your words for us, and for your advices and conversation. And I wait that in the future we can share more conversations with the club. And it's all. Thank you so much, Liz, and for everyone.
Yeah, it's been great to share with everyone. Thanks, Cynthia, for the invitation. And yeah, I hope to be back sometime with maybe a different topic, or maybe when we are not in a COVID in the COVID situation. I don't know. So thanks to
Yes, thank you, and for everybody. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
thank you. Bye.